Dodai Ni is the second kata in the Sho Kobudo syllabus. Literally translated, Dodai Ni means second foundation. In structure, this kata is very similar to Dodai Sho. You will follow the same eye pattern you did in Dodai Sho. All punches in this kata, however, target the nose, not the diaphragm, so all your punches target another primary target. This kata here is tested at orange belt first degree level. Now, the bow is very similar to Dodai Sho. Very strong and hard. And you bow out slowly. Remember to keep your back straight at all times while you bow, and do not take your eyes off either your opponent or whomever you're bowing to. Now, after you've returned to this position, you reach above your head with both hands right in front of left, hands opening up, and you pull down back to yoi. You tighten up the muscles in your arm as you do this, as if you were pulling something down from the ceiling. Now, this is a tension movement, tightening up your muscles, which really warms you up for your kata. Just like in Dodai Sho, you will wait 3 seconds after you bow before you start your kata. Then, look, prepare, block. You will look to your left, prepare with your left hand by your face, palm in, your right hand facing outward like so. You step with the left foot into a left fighting stance with your heels lining up, you know how to do that, and execute a left augmented knife hand block. Then, just like in Dodai Sho, you will step into a right forward stance. However, you execute a right fist punch to the nose. Now, reverse direction. Prepare for another augmented knife hand block. Here, your left hand comes out face level, the right hand to the left side of your face, palm in. You're actually striking your opponent here with your preparatory. So make sure you get your left hand, as you can see here, facing upwards so you don't hit him with your fingers. That will break your fingers. Now, look over your right shoulder, bring your right foot around until it steps in line with the left heel, step into right fighting stance with the right augmented knife hand block, and step into a left forward stance with left fist punch to the nose, without your head level changing. Despite punching to the face, look at the diaphragm of your opponent. Then, first segment done, like Dodai Sho, you'll come forward, look in that direction. You'll step with the left foot into a left back stance, execute a left downward block, and then immediately prepare inside with the left hand again, which just blocked, and shift forward into a left forward stance, throw a left upward block. Pivot on your right heel so that you carry your weight forward into your technique. That way your technique has more power because you're not traveling away from your opponent, but towards him. Now 3 punches to the front, like in Dodai Sho, except all to the nose. You'll cease stepping and using shoulder rotation, no hooking your punches, and don't change your head level. The third one is a kiai, just like in Dodai Sho. Now, you will prepare with the left hand underneath for a middle block, as you can see here, and you will look over your right shoulder because you'll spin that way. But first, your eyes arrive before your technique. Spin on the right heel. Middle block with the left hand, the spinning 270 degrees towards the mirrors in this case. You upward block with the right hand simultaneously. You open the right hand, make a knife hand chop to the outside of your left block, and then bring the left hand back, preparing for a bottom fist strike horizontal. Retract the right hand as a bottom fist strike your opponent. Then you step into a right forward stance with a right fist punch to the face, without changing head level again, remember. Now, repeat in the opposite direction. Prepare with the right hand underneath this time. Transfer weight onto the heel and rotate 180 degrees the opposite direction. Line up your heels, keep your weight back in your fighting stance, as you can see there. Your right middle block and left upward block, like so. Both focus at the same time, which is difficult. Then open up your hand and prepare. Knife and chop to the outside of your right block, and then bring back the right hand, retract the left hand as you bottom fist strike horizontally, and then step into a left forward stance with left fist punch to the face. Now again, you'll come backwards, just like in Dodai Sho. Step with left foot into a left back stance, execute left downward block, and then immediately prepare inside, shift forward into a forward stance, and throw a left upward block, like so. Get shoulder rotation into the second technique to carry your weight into it. Now you'll use upward blocks like attacking techniques, striking upward under the jaw of your opponent. Now, C step through to a right forward stance with shoulder rotation and execute the right upward block. Make sure you stay straight up while you do that. You don't want to bend over. Step to a left forward stance with left upward block. Now, make sure your left fist as well as your elbow will go above your head while you do that. And now, one last block. Step forward with a ki, and notice here how I do not bend over but rotate my shoulder to the side as I come back forward with the ki. Now, hesitate before this last segment. You'll transfer your weight again onto your right heel for another counterclockwise 270-degree spin. Prepare with the left hand inside for a horizontal knife hand chop on down. Spin with the hands in close to move fast. Line up your heels, another fighting stance, and chop to the throat, like so. Focus your spin and chop simultaneously, hence it is called a spin chop. It's not a spin and a chop. This actually helps you control your spin. Now flip your palm so that palm faces away from the camera. You grab the throat, the opponent's throat, and as you grab and pull backwards, rotate the hand back into sort of more natural position as you set so the palm faces the camera. This twist gives the rip even more power. You set with the arm slightly bent. Now, step into a right forward stance with a right forefist punch, again using shoulder rotation. And prepare, look over your right shoulder for another spin. Right chop this time into a fighting stance. Make sure the left rotates. Rotate on the heel as not to travel away from your opponent. Then flip your right palm, grab and twist. Set with the arm slightly bent. Step in, left punch to the face, and this finishes the K02 Dodai Ni. As per usual, the last foot that moved will come to yoi. So the left foot comes to yoi as you look back forward. Your hands come in close together, and you'll repeat the same bow you did at the beginning. Here again, take note of the hand positioning in this bow. Hands will reach above your head, opening up, and pull back down, right in front of the